Good morning, welcome back to my channel. We are decluttering today. The house it's not horrendous, but there is just like things that are piling up that have been put off for too long. We have mess in our pink bedroom that's been there since before Christmas. Like, we did the decorations and just like, we bought some bedside tables that are still sitting in there, and there's just piles of things. It's become the dumping room. I really want to clear that out. In our dressing room, in the New Year's reset, we did clear out Alex's wardrobe, but his pile of clothes that he wants to sell and donate are still there. There's stuff in this kitchen, like in our pantry cupboard, where we've had it for so long, and I need to like maybe create like a, I don't know, like a bin that's full of stuff that has to be like used up because it's been sitting in the cupboard for too long, and then you end up like having just too much stuff, basically. I also recently got some like new art stuff, and I want to do the garage, so that's probably what I'll do. I got some art stuff recently that I've been enjoying doing some colouring, but I don't need all of it like next to my bedside table because I'm not going to be painting in bed, so I need to find a place for that. So it's going to be a really satisfying reset. If you need to do the same in your home, you can put this video on and do it along with me, and just, yeah, it's going to be hopefully very pleasing thing to do. Good morning, Roxy. How are you today? She's very sleepy. You've just been on your walk, and I want to tell you a little bit about Roxy because I don't know if some of you have noticed. You can't tell because she's literally just a ball of fluff right now, but Roxy has lost quite a bit of weight and she is looking so much healthier recently. So I may have shared this a few times. I think I have shared this a few times with you. And if you followed Roxy's kind of life with us in our lives, we adopted her in, was it 2019 or 2020? 2020? 2019. We got her when she was 4, now she's 9. Let me find out because I need to know this information. We did adopt her in October 2019. If you didn't watch that video, I'll leave a link. You can see the full story. And then we also did like a follow-up video a year after adopting her and how she changed and her experience. My friend fostered for Spaniel, if you're curious, and she was looking after Roxy and knew that my sister had a Cocker Spaniel, and I loved Reggie, my sister's Cocker Spaniel, which you've probably seen before. And so she was like, this dog is so perfect for you. So we met Roxy, we fell in love, we adopted her, and she became the best thing in our lives. And she became very unwell in 2020. I feel like it was in the winter or the spring. I feel like I blocked that period of time out because it was quite a challenging time for us. She became very unwell with something called IMHA. She nearly died, and she had to go to like a hospital in Bristol, and this was during the pandemic, so it was really quite scary. I remember driving there and there's literally nobody on the roads. She came out though stronger than ever. She was on medication for a while, and it took a while for like her health to come back to life. But it really, that whole experience with having a dog that becomes so unwell, it really does put things in perspective. You know, we adopted her, and I think that when I look back, I think it was meant to be that we adopted her, and she came into our lives because we were able to look after her when she went through that experience. But after that, it really sent us kind of on a process of really trying to find the best food for her and lifestyle for her that would keep her healthy. We tried quite a few different things. There was a period of time in which, because you have to give it time, you can't like do it quickly. There was quite a long period of time where we tried maybe like 2 or 3 different dog foods. They weren't quite right until we found butternut box. I had heard about butternut box before, probably from YouTube actually. I'm pretty sure Zoe Sugg did a sponsorship with them, and she was feeding her little dog Nala butternut box, and I was like, that's such a cool idea. And so I remembered that, and I said to Alex, let's give this one a go because it appealed to us. So the reasons it appealed to us was because they deliver it to your door, which is excellent. It's a subscription. And then you put it in the freezer, so you have the storage sorted. It's fresh food, so it's not tinned wet food or dry kibble. You then, when you need to serve it, you just put it in the fridge. So we put like 2 or 3 in the fridge every few days. And it's portioned out for them. So when you sign up with Butternut Box, you put all the information about your dog, their weight, their age, their breed, if they have any allergies or specific needs, and then the food is tailored to them. And I just love this whole concept because I was like, well, that really makes sense for Roxy, and she had still got quite a lot of weight on her and she needed to lose some weight. So we signed up, did the subscription, and this was over a year ago. So we started, I think it was last December, because I remember them sending like a Christmas one to us, because they do that at Christmas time. And since then, maybe some of you have noticed, maybe some of you haven't, but Roxy has lost so much weight and she's now in the healthy range. She was overweight before and now she's in the healthy range. She is so much more energetic. She is full of life. I also, all my family have literally been like, how come her coat looks really different? Because when she had her illness, her coat changed and it took a while to recover. But since she's been eating this food, over the time that she's eaten it, she's become shiny, and also her coat has become a bit darker, like more of a true golden cocker colour. Very, very similar to Reggie, my sister's dog. Whereas before she was a bit paler and her hair was thinner. And I cannot get over the difference. And maybe I can put some before and afters or some pictures on the screen, but when Butternut Box reached out to do a brand deal with me, I was literally like, well, this is perfect because I have been using this for a year and it's genuinely changed my dog's life and health. So I'm very passionate about it. I love that it's preservative free, no nasties, it's very easy, it's portioned out, so you just literally feed her half in the morning, half in the evening, and she has only seen extremely amazing benefits from it, and I'm just over the moon for the difference it's made, because her health is so important to me, and obviously I'm anxious about it, so I want her to be eating the food that's right for her. Also, not to mention that her poos are so much smaller. She used to have quite big poos. Her poos are smaller. She's had gut problems and I don't notice that anymore. She doesn't have any issues with that. And it's just been so positive, so convenient as well. I also just love that it's like actual whole foods. You know how much I care about cooking from scratch and making my own food. Why wouldn't I do that for my pets as well? So I love that their food it's fresh food that they literally taste test, and they gently cook it to keep the nutrition in. And I just absolutely love that. It's whole food, like actual real, like you can see. There's lots of different recipes, so there's lots of variety. They do also have a plant-based one and a veggie one, which we also get. We basically go for a variety. But it says tender chicken with pumpkin, quinoa and pearl barley with a touch of thyme. So it's actual ingredients. That means she's got variety in her diet. I think that's why, to be honest, that she's been doing so well, because she always has a different one. So if you have a dog and you want to give Butternut Box a go, then I've got a 50% off code using Madeleine and Olivia. I'll link it down below for your first 2 boxes. So you can give it a go with your dog and see if it works for them. So I'm actually going to feed her, so I will show you how much she enjoys it. Bobby, do you want some dinner? Come on, big stretch. You want some food? She's like, look at her. See, you love it, don't you? She also, this is actually such a change, because when we used to feed her wet food out of a tin, sorry, I'm being cruel here, she would eat a little bit. She'd come downstairs when I would feed her and she'd like eat a little bit, kind of look at it, kind of fumble about. And some mornings she wouldn't even eat it straight away. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I've like completely forgotten that was even a thing, because Roxy literally does this. She's begging for it because she loves it so much. Here we go. There's some chicken. She literally rises while she eats. We're a massive fan, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely when we get to work with brands that we are customers of and have been for a long time.
Yes.
Because,
very neat.
Huh?
Very neat.
What is?
When that happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant neat like tidy.
Oh, it is that as well. Yeah.
No, it is, and we love her so much. She matters so much. And look, this little waistline. She did not used to have that waistline. You've got a nice little waist because you're healthy now. And look at the colour of her hair. It's a bit dark today, but do you see how golden she is? She did not used to be this golden and like shiny. And her hair is like thicker. She just, yeah, her just in general, and her energy. She doesn't like me touching her while she eats. But look how gorgeous she is. She'll also be like digging for gold. Like there's no food in there, but she's digging and licking. This is a spaniel bulb because you can see how her ears are so long. This is like tapered so that her ears don't get in her food. It's so cute. You're so cute, little one. Good girl, Bobby. Now you're gonna help me tidy the house. Yeah? You're gonna help me tidy the house? Forgot to show you, we've got a little dedicated Butternut Box drawer. So we have them all in here ready to go. With all the different flavours, there's more underneath. And then we just take them out. In fact, I need to take a couple out because that's her last one. We start in my dressing room because I'm about to show you the pile of clothing on the floor that needs to be sorted in all its glory. To be fair, most of that is stuff to sell. That's the pile of doom though.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So
I've said this to you before, but the way I clean rooms is I put everything that doesn't belong in there in the hallway out of the way. So you have some level of like success in the room you're cleaning, and then you can deal with this afterwards. So this is all to go in other rooms or cupboards, and that's dirty laundry. So that this room I'm doing actually gets tidy rather than it staying in there or me having to go to each room to do it, which becomes a distraction. I'll get caught up doing something in the other room. So definitely recommend doing this. Use your landing and hallway as a dumping ground that you deal with afterwards. And you have to because it's a hallway and you need to access it. I've separated Alex's clothes into donate and sell, and my biggest recommendation is that if you want to avoid having a pile of stuff to sell, do it as you declutter. Don't leave it till later, because every time I do that, I don't do it. So I'm going to take the pictures now and upload them to Vinted now, because it takes literally 5 seconds. And well, it doesn't take 5 seconds, but you can have a break kind of if you've been like tidying. I'm going to put all this stuff away, and it enables you to have a little sit down, have a glass of water, and put everything on to sell. Even if it's one thing, just do it then, because if you put it in a pile, I just find I never do it, and then it ends up going into the next declutter I do. So we have this nice pile, and if any of you have husbands or partners that are a size medium or large, I think most of these are medium or large, then these will all be on my Vinted. I'll link it below. This is very lovely, this folk top that's now too small for him. We've got a Finisterre hoodie, got a football thing, some Fat Face, some M&S, some I think Ralph Lauren, and I think this might be M&S. So I will leave my Vinted for you if you do want to have a look. Alex is getting rid of a couple jumpers that I kind of am like, could I keep these? So I'm going to try these on. I'm not sure about the colours on me. Okay, that head being that tight alone is enough to not make me want to put it on. No, this just literally just looks like a men's jumper. This actually was mine originally. I got this when I was in St Andrews. Again, I've ruined my hair. Pretty sure this was a men's jumper. I do quite like it though. The colour on me, I love this colour. I do like it. I'm unsure if it's the most flattering if you've got the bigger boobs, but I feel like for like a dog walk with leggings and a coat, it's quite nice. Can you please let me know, because I'm not going to get rid of this yet, and tell me if you think I should keep this jumper or whether it just looks like a men's jumper. Because it is a men's jumper. I just at uni used to wear it as my jumper because I liked this look. I'm pretty sure I used to wear this with like probably like leather leggings, to be honest, or jeans. I think I've made my decision for myself. I'm not going to keep this because I just think it's not as comfortable as all the other jumpers I have. I think this is better just for a man or someone or a woman who's a size small or medium, because then it would be like a comfy fit on you. Yeah, this is definitely hand knitted because it has no label anywhere. So nice little present for someone. Alex literally lived in this for years. I think he's over it, but it used to be his most worn jumper. not the only one who ends up with this many odd socks that has to pair them together. These are all like the art supplies I was talking about. I got like quite a few bits for Christmas. I got quite a few bits for my birthday. And I have got a colouring book and then this like set of pens. I want to order another colouring book. I think Alex got this originally for our niece. But it's fine, but there's not loads I want to colour in. So I want to find a good one, recommend your best ones. And then this is all like painting stuff, so I've got like a paintbrush set, watercolours, pencils, so I want to find a place for this next door, nicely in a bag. The other day I actually did a nice organise of my like jewellery. I need to get a necklace stand because I realised that lots of my necklaces get tangled, and I have this lovely Stackers jewellery box that my sister got me as a gift that fits all my rings and earrings well, and then the necklaces is just too much. This dressing table has a lovely drawer that's like separated out, which works so nicely for jewellery, but I was just finding that I was never putting my jewellery back in here. I was always putting it in this tray. So this ended up just being kind of like the jewellery that you wear for special or costume jewellery that's like not stuff I wear every day. So I have removed all of my everyday jewellery out of here. Now I've got like costume jewellery that like I've got for fancy dress over the years, and then all of my nicer jewellery or like presents, and then my watches, and then there's space for something else, so that's quite satisfying. I also went through this drawer and I just kind of got rid of stuff because they were just drawers filled with things I never touch. I also minimised my makeup. Merit recently sent me a load of makeup and this gorgeous makeup bag, and it made me realise that I was using this huge the Flatlay company makeup bag, and it just meant that there was so much makeup that I just would open it and go, I'm just going to use the same thing I always use, because I found it overwhelming. And I really recommend like downsizing your makeup so that you actually use the makeup you have. And like I had lipsticks in there that I've had for so many years, and I just keep them because I suppose the contrast between, I talk about this every declutter video, but the contrast between being an influencer who gets sent things but also being someone who wants to be sustainable. I understand why a brand will send you like 5 different lipstick shades because they're like, we want you to try the new collection. But me as an individual, someone who's not a beauty influencer and someone who also wears kind of more minimal makeup, I'm never going to get through 5 tubes of lipstick. I'll probably like get through 1 every year or something, and I'll tend to use the same one. So I got rid of the lipsticks that were gone off and old, and now I just have a small bag. I love all the Merit products they sent me, and then I've also got all my favourites from like Bare Minerals, from Lush, by Sarah. I've got some like primer or like, you know, skincare. What other ones I've got? I've got like a Lisa Eldridge foundation, but just like what I need, kind of like, you know, what you'd wear every day, maybe something that you'd wear if you were going out, and that's kind of it. I don't need more than that. I've got a couple of like mini eyeshadow palettes if I'm doing like, you know, the old occasion where you do fancy dress or Christmas or New Year's where maybe you would put more makeup on, but my day-to-day life I wear the same makeup every day, so I don't know why I've got so much of it. I suppose I was holding on to that time when I used to like experiment and have fun with makeup, and I really don't bother anymore. Even though I still love makeup, it's much more natural. So I love this, and it looks so pretty in comparison to like this big splurge before. To find a place for these have sat on my dressing table, this little nest of things, which obviously is very useful, but I'm wondering if they could be better off downstairs. I do love all of my perfumes, just at different times of year perfumes, so that's fine. This, again, this is another sort of thing that I've been sent by a brand from Grace Cole. Nectarine, Blossom and Grapefruit Refreshing Hair and Body Mist. And this is lovely, but it's something I would have used when I was younger, and I've used some of it. It does smell a lot nice. You know, when I used to use this as my body spray for the gym in the morning, and that's what it reminds me of. But I don't go to the gym anymore. I do exercise at home, so I just go in my pyjamas and then I put my perfume on for the day. I don't know, I'm gonna put it with my perfumes. Maybe that's why, maybe because it's like sitting with my hair stuff. I don't think to use it. I don't know. I just get a bit sneezy with too much fragrance, so I just do like 1 or 2 spritzes of perfume and that's it. I don't love all of this being out on the dressing table. I'd much rather it was like in the drawers, but this is one of those kinds of, I didn't do this drawer. I'm gonna do this drawer and see if I can condense this a little bit. Because I don't use all of these hairbrushes. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use this one. I used to use my Denman. I'm going to keep that because this needs to go in here, because that is quite nice. This and this, but it's like, why would I get rid of these brushes? Because it's just useful to have them if you ever needed to use them. But this is a very big hairbrush. You can't really donate hairbrushes, can you? And then a wet brush. I'm going to put this in the bathroom because I'm always moving my wet brush from the bath to the shower to the bath to the shower, and I could just have one for the bath. So that's my hairbrushes. Hair ties, that's fine. This is hair clips. This is kind of like a dumping section, so I need to sort this out. And then there's loads of hair in here. This is a Christmas card I forgot to give my niece. At Christmas it was in here. I bought it for her and then completely forgot. But this is like eyelash glue, I think from that one time I used some eyelashes. And I feel like you always get one. This is just old, that needs to just go in the bin. Nail glue, this is when I used to get acrylic nails sometimes, because I used to get gels. And then if a nail came off, because I just went through some nail techs who weren't any good, and my nails would always break. Since having my nail tech now, this literally never happens. So now I know, but I used to think that it was my problem that my nails would break off, and it's not. It was actually just that the nail tech wasn't any good. So now I just get gel polish. I was getting Biab for a while, but I've decided just to go for nail polish because it looks way more natural. But I bought this because I was like, oh, well, you know, if my nail comes off, because they would have to put a fake nail on because my nail would break and then they wouldn't all be even. When you find yourself a good nail tech, I mean, they're short now, but they can grow so long, and they never break because she does it so well. I'm happy I'm just back to nail polish because they just look like my nails with polish on rather than having kind of like a thicker look. This was for Taylor Swift. I think that's what I bought this for. This is like a Lush little liquid eyeliner thing, so I think that's quite good to just have here because it's kind of costumey, more going out fun makeup. Basket at the back with all my like hair removal stuff, but I don't like it being there. It feels messy, so I want to find a place for all of this. So I've got my You Like laser hair removal, which is such like a neat little box. I feel like it can just go somewhere else. Even I might see if I can find a place for it in the drawer. I actually can't tell you how satisfying that was. We've had so much crap in that bath because this room is a room that hasn't been decorated. As you know, we haven't decorated our bathroom, and we've got this Burlington bathroom furniture gifted to us years ago, and we haven't done our bathroom. I really want to do the bathroom this year. We'll see how we get on. But to not have anything in there that's junk, like that would just ended up. I found a bag for donation. I found a bag of like toys from Alex's parents' house that we put in there like ages ago, and we gave some to my niece, but then we just left in the bath. I found stuff from the Harry Potter party we had, like a costume. Just junk. And now that is just the bathroom furniture. I need to do down here actually, just realised. This needs to go in the attic, so I'm going to get Alex to go in the attic this evening because this is our aircon unit. Or if he says he doesn't want to put it in the attic, I think we need to move this over so that can go hidden away because it's just very in the way. And then to have my dressing table much clearer, like there's less stuff on it. There's still stuff on it, it's a dressing table, but less. And then behind here, there's nothing. There used to be loads of stuff behind here. Now there's just the stuff to sell and the odd socks. And wow, I feel so cleansed. But now I have to deal with this mess. Okay, now we enter the room of doom, which actually looks worse than it is, really. So we have my wedding dress here because I put it here when I decluttered last time. We've got those bedside tables I mentioned, which are gorgeous, but we need to like swap things around basically furniture wise because I saw these on Facebook and I was like, they're so pretty. I'm gonna put those in the green bedroom because Alex does iron in here. So those can go away. We need to put like the toilet rolls like up in the attic because we order from Who Gives a Crap in bulk. And like my family will have, like my parents will have a box. Sometimes my brother and sister-in-law will have a box. And then this is actually stuff that I had put in the other room from another decluttering situation. One of you said I need a craft room. And I'm noticing I can see already more like watercolours and stuff. I do think I need to figure out a situation in the garage for like crafts or like a desk, like this desk. Basically, yeah, I need to figure a situation out where I can actually like paint and draw. I don't know. This is the thing when you live in a house, things always change, don't they? So I'm just gonna try and like actually put these things where they belong rather than them just being here in a dumping zone. And then we've got some laundry here and here, but I would like this room to go back to being a nice room because this happened way too quickly. Okay, we've got some bits to sell, bits to the attic, and then some Christmas gifts, I think, that we accidentally didn't give. And then all of this other stuff I need to get Alex to go up in the attic and help me move those bedside tables, but not as bad. It was surface level issues. Basically stuff that has to go in the attic we haven't bothered to do yet. Good morning, it's the next day. I pretty much did all of upstairs. I think it's given me a bit of a lesson that when I declutter I really need to put things to donate and sell right away rather than leaving that as a second job, because what happens is you just end up with piles of stuff in an abandoned room and it's so much easier just to put it in a bag and then put it in the car, and then if you drive around in the car with it for a while, at least it's not in the house. But we're in the garage today and it is just one of those rooms that I use for working, but also for exercise. That because it's not in the main house, I don't clean in here as much or tidy in here as much, so it gets a bit disorganised. I'm not going to do like a full-on deep declutter or anything in the drawers, because I did that very recently with you. Well, actually, no, 2 of the drawers I will, the desk drawers. But I just want to tidy up in here because it's a mess. And every time I come in here, it kind of stops me from being able to concentrate properly. And then we're going to get a deep clean. Well, we've got cleaners coming to deep clean this room because I just need it done. And yeah, there's just, I mean, Alex is quite messy, so he's got like his stuff lying around. I might go get him to do that, actually, his things, put them away. And my desk is a bit full of stuff, so, well, because it's kind of like we share the 2 desks between like 3 people on different days. So I don't really have like a desk, which I'm now thinking I think once it's been cleaned, I think I might arrange it so that I actually have my own desk, because right now Alex has a desk and then Tom has a desk, but I'm the one using it the most, which so it doesn't make any sense why don't I have one. It's because I don't actually use that computer really, that iMac. Anyway, we'll get on with this now because this needs a good old sort out. And I'm just going to start by like going around the room and putting everything away, and then we can actually declutter like little parts of the room. So I did actually, I'm going to see what this is like because, oh no, it's actually fine. I did sort this out a while ago with you and looks like I'm kept nice and tidy. So that's like game stuff. And then in here are our board games, and that's all fine as well. This is a cupboard that I do want to sort a little. It has been organised, like I said, but this is the paint stuff I mentioned, and then that's like stuff that we've definitely just dumped in there. And then my camera thing. So I just need to like, it won't take very long hopefully, but need to kind of arrange it a bit differently. These drawers, I don't think I went through these drawers last time, and I know that like they're really not utilised to the best, because I feel like some of the stuff like files in here or some of the things could go in here. And then as you can see, the desk just is a bit uninspired. I've realised the issue of why the desks are set this way, because my brand manager Tom, he comes in on Mondays, so he'll sit there because that's his computer that he uses. So the only place I can sit is at Alex's desk when we're both together. So I think what I have to do is just, I'm going to set this up as my desk and make it mine, but Tom will just sit there on a Monday because I really do need a space that I can come to, and right now I just have it in my mind that it's not my desk, and it's fine for me to just sit over here when Tom's in. But I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit and make it feel a bit nicer. Like, I don't know whether lots of this stuff can just go in the drawers essentially so that there's just more space. I really want to do a bit of a mini makeover where I add some more colour in here. I don't like the cushions that I think what's happened basically is all of my favourite cushions, I think we had like another terracotta one in here, but lots of my favourite cushions have gone inside, and then we decorated this room when I was much more into neutrals, and so maybe I've taken out a couple of the colourful ones because we had a few. Maybe I feel like we did have a couple orange and maybe one green, but now we just ended up with lots of neutral cushions, which I really don't like against the neutral sofa. This is a cute little vegan leather DFS armchair poof setup, which we might be actually moving or doing something with because it's just a lot of seating and a lot of poofs, because this goes with this, and I'd almost prefer if this could go somewhere over here. This was a poof that came with the sofa we got on eBay for our living room, but I prefer it because it's really big, so it's really comfy to use with the sofa. So I would love to like maybe do a bit of a colour palette for this room, and then pick a few accessories, like really like a budget switch, just like a few cushions, a rug, maybe a picture, to just make this room feel like it has more life and colour. We have got this beautiful painting which needs to be hung. Maybe I could ask if we could hang that. It's just it's going to require like a full-on hanger, like a drilled in thing. So I'll ask Alex, but I do love this painting and I feel like it fits where we live in Cornwall. It was my parents, and I just think this wall would look so good with it on. So maybe I could use that as inspiration and draw some like blues into here and greens, because that's kind of like the inside of the house as well. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe some blues and greens, because that painting over there also is blue and green, and so are these. I do have a tendency to like blue and green. But yeah, I would love to, I think the reason I want to get rid of this chair as well is because I have started exercising at home. I don't go to the gym anymore. I'll come in here, use the Peloton, and then I have to move this and put it up there to put my mat down. And if that chair wasn't there, I could almost just have a space that's set up permanently for exercise. The Peloton has to be this angle because of the sloping roof. When you sit on it, me and Alex are both very tall, your head hits the ceiling, so it can't really be any further out, or like it can't be like swished in. But yeah, I almost feel like if that chair was gone, even though it'll get rid of some nice colour, it means I have like a dedicated workout space, so I don't have to like move stuff. I can just come in and do it, which would be really nice, and it would feel less cramped. Let's do these drawers, I think, and sort what can go where. organised in here, ready for it to be cleaned. We have all of my drawers with all my stationery, all my like phone bits and chargers, camera stuff, and then like I guess hard drives and headphones. I do have quite a lot of like the chargers and things inside because I'm using them all the time. And then Alex has got all his stuff in there. He's in the minute trying to like fix all of his computer and the hard drive, so it's a little bit messy, but that's going to be sorted hopefully in the next few days, just so because he's setting it all up properly. And yeah, I'm very happy with that, and especially for it to all get nicely cleaned. So the cleaners have been and gone. No dust on the record player. It even smells nicer in here. Feels so nice, especially because it's a sunny day. Looking really good. I was going to ask you if you could help me put this on the wall at some point because it's been sat there for so long.
Yeah.
We just need like a proper fixture to get it in the wall, like a drilled, you know, like they have those sort of metal chunky ones.
Yeah.
I wonder if we need to get one from B&Q.
No, you could just drill it in with a plug.
Yeah.
The thing I hate trying to drill into these walls because they're so hard. That would work.
Okay.
Probably. That's what we did with the
Well, I was saying
mirror in our old house.
I'd like to put this up because then I can get a couple pillars that match those colours to make it a bit more colourful because it's a bit neutral. Mm. Like a nice blue and green or something, or even red, or I don't know. It's so sunny today.
That's nice.
This weather is glorious. I got a brand new rose for my sister and brother-in-law for my birthday. From Charlie and Tom, and it's an Elizabeth. Let me show you this. Can I take that out? No. So David Austin, and look how absolutely beautiful that is. So now I need to decide where she's going to go, because this one's got a lot of roses in it. There's loads of space obviously in our garden, so I just need to decide where this little pride and joy will go. I got these little overnight oat jars of the day, and I want to make some overnight oats as a bit of meal prep. Starting with 50 grams of oats. I have this mixture, which is flaxseed, sunflower, pumpkin and chia seeds and goji berries, but you can just use chia seeds. Dash of cinnamon. A 100 ml of non-dairy milk. I'm using almond milk. 2 tablespoons of vegan yogurt. This is the best one, the Coconut Collaborative coconut yogurt. I absolutely love it, and it comes in these massive jars as well. A tiny bit of vanilla extract. And then around 1 to 2 teaspoons of maple syrup or agave. I do prefer maple syrup, but I haven't got any. Give those a good mix. Now it's time for our apples. Pop those in, saving a little bit for topping. A few roughly chopped nuts. Mix that in. And then you can top it with your extra apple and nuts. And then we just leave those in the fridge, ready for tomorrow. This fridge I'm not going to conquer during this video because it's not too bad. It does need a clean, but actually I did organise it relatively recently. That keeps on doing that. But I'm not doing that today. definitely did this with you last time and was like, I'm not going to let this get really messy. But I think simply there's too much in here. I have a basket here, which I use for just me to just dump my like camera stuff at the end of the day, because it just means that there's somewhere for me to put it rather than it just hanging around the house. But this drawer simply has too much. There's just too much going on. So I need to empty it and then just put one type of thing in here and decide. So let's just get rid of all of this and put it back in neatly, because honestly, I friggin' hate electronics because you have to keep them for some stupid reason. I just feel like I don't use half of them. To be honest, I think I'm bullied by my husband to keep them. Because he's like, oh, that's for that, well, that's for that. And I'm like, okay. I've literally never used it or found use for it. So maybe I can create a pile of those things. Okay, that's so much better because it's just my camera stuff. You see how full that is? I'll show you all the stuff that's not in there. That's so full, and that's just like batteries, tripods and cameras, and then the bigger cameras can go in that little basket like I said. Like, why was all of the chargers in there? They can go next door because all the chargers we use are already in the plugs, so any spare chargers should go in the office, so that needs to be closed off. And then the rest of this is actually fine. These are just napkins and things. So the bane of my life is our alcohol cupboard. Can you see that? Because neither of us drink spirits, yet we have an entire cupboard filled with spirits because we've just collected them. I guess from the odd occasion we've made cocktails or had a party, or we hosted Christmas for 3 years. So sometimes people give them as gifts. And to be honest, please can you let me know what I should do? Because should I like declutter aside from like maybe the basics? But then what do you do with alcohol? Like, I guess I could give them to my family. Like, literally all of this was in that drawer.
Blue sky come bearing up before us. We hang on of your gown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. There's a darkness in the valley. Heavy branches crack and split. If we holler, will you hurry? Sky come dancing in between us. Take us up, lay us down. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town.
So the kitchen's looking glorious. Clothes are still drying. Alex is making some bread. Dishwasher is ready to be loaded. And I'm feeling like that's enough. I wish I had had the time to do the hallway because there's loads of coats that we don't need out anymore because it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's still really cold, but there's just too many coats hanging up. And then we've got the like a bowl of doom in our hallway where we just dump everything. And the drawer's kind of like that too, but I have run out of energy. So maybe I'll do it in a future vlog, or maybe I'll just do it at the weekend, who knows. So I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I hope that it inspired you to declutter your home. It was very satisfying. Definitely check out Butternut Box if you do have a little doggy, because Roxy loves them. And it's so amazing to be working with them on this video. And hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you in my next video.